Well, hey guys, get excited. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing for you all L'Oreal Paris REVITALIFT Hyaluronic Acid plus Caffeine Hydrating Eye Serum. Man, that is a mouthful. Before getting into the video, give it a thumbs up if you like hearing about skincare products from a board-certified dermatologist, and get really excited because over the next week, I'm going to be putting out a lot of videos reviewing popular eye creams and eye serums. I know you're going to want to see those videos, so be sure you're subscribed and you have your bell notifications turned on. That way you know as soon as they go live. Now, as a disclaimer, I am a huge advocate of keeping your skincare routine minimal, using fewer products, just keeping things simple, and I've always promoted that you don't need a specific eye cream or eye serum. The moisturizer you use on your face is typically more than adequate to use to keep the delicate skin around the eyelids, likewise moisturized, hydrated, reduce water loss, those things. The products I'm going to be reviewing over the next week all are intended for specific outcomes, however, besides just moisturizing. They have ingredients that address things like wrinkles, fine lines, dark spots. Today's product, the L'Oreal blah, 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 that mouthful. Main signature ingredients are hyaluronic acid and caffeine. There are a few other ingredients which we'll talk about as well. Hyaluronic acid, it's a humectant. It is not a novel ingredient per se. It is popular in many skincare products. In fact, it is easier to come across a skincare product with hyaluronic acid or one of its forms, whether it be sodium hyaluronate or hydrolyzed hyaluronic acid, than it is to find a product free of hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, it's a humectant. It helps to improve moisture retention in the top layers of the skin, ultimately by improving the water content in the top layers of the skin. That can help smooth out wrinkles and fine lines, and it also just improves the overall behavior, function of the skin, natural skin turnover processes. Your skin exfoliates on its own a lot better when it's hydrated, and hyaluronic acid can help with that. When we're talking about the delicate skin around the eyelids, hyaluronic acid can help plump up and smooth the skin so as to smooth out those little fine lines that occur around the eyes that many people are seeking to improve. Hyaluronic acid also can enhance the penetration of other active ingredients. Speaking of other active ingredients, probably the one that you are seeking in this product is going to be caffeine. Caffeine is really popular in skincare products, especially those for the under eye area. It's thought to improve the look of dark under eye circles. Does it really work though? Short answer, probably not. Why? Dark circles, they're complicated. Dark circles, by and large, for the most part, for most people, are due to either your genetics in the way that your eye socket is shaped, or due to age-related change. As we get wiser, as we get older, we lose bone around the eye socket, so it gets larger, and then we have descent of our cheek, we lose collagen, elastin, and all of these things together lead to the appearance of darkening and shadows under the eyes, dark circles. Now, of course, lifestyle factors play a huge role in the appearance of dark under eye circles, especially when we're talking about seasonal allergies. If you suffer from seasonal allergies, you can get a lot of watery eyes, runny eyes, you're rubbing your eyes. That leads to a lot of inflammation, leakage of fluid into the delicate tissues under the eyes. Ultimately, that can look like discoloration. Now, caffeine, it's popular in skincare products beyond just eye cream products. It is an antioxidant. Because it's an antioxidant, it may help in reducing reactive oxygen species and free radicals that are generated upon exposure to a variety of environmental stressors: ultraviolet radiation from the sun, infrared radiation from the sun, visible light from the sun, pollution, and those environmental stressors in the setting of pre-existing hyperpigmentation can worsen the hyperpigmentation or make it more stubborn, last longer, create a lot more inflammation, further contributing to the leakage of fluid. In theory, caffeine may help reduce some of that, ultimately having a brightening effect. Topical caffeine is actually most well studied for its role in potentially helping with the hormonal hair loss known as androgenetic alopecia. Topical caffeine is thought to get into the hair follicle and potentially inhibit the enzyme 5-alpha reductase, which is responsible for converting testosterone to its more potent form, dihydrotestosterone. Dihydrotestosterone leads to miniaturization of the hair, and that is what is responsible for pattern hair loss or androgenetic alopecia in both men and women. But there are not good large randomized controlled trials really looking at topical caffeine for this indication. But I would say the bulk of the research with topical caffeine is looking at it for addressing androgenetic alopecia, not really any skin or anti-aging concern. However, it is very popular in anti-aging products, whether it be eye care product, eye creams, eye serums, wrinkle creams. And because caffeine actually has been shown to have relatively good penetration into the skin, it acts as a vasoconstrictor, so it may temporarily improve the look of redness. And when we're talking about the under eye area, it may ever so slightly temporarily improve under eye puffiness. That likewise can be driven by either your diet, if you eat a high salt diet, or seasonal allergies with accumulation of fluid. As a side note, I do have a couple of videos actually on dark under eye circles, so check those out. In addition to that, this product also has niacinamide. Now, niacinamide is an ingredient I really like. It has multiple functions, benefits for the skin. However, some people don't tolerate it. So if you don't tolerate niacinamide, this is not the product for you. Niacinamide, as a quick reminder, what benefits can it have? It's an antioxidant. So again, that coupled with the caffeine ultimately can help reduce reactive oxygen species, oxidative stress in the skin that otherwise damages collagens and proteins and lipids and contributes to the visible signs of skin aging. It also is helpful for your moisture barrier. And when the moisture barrier is healthy, then it does a better job keeping irritating things out. That's ultimately going to be good for the appearance of the delicate skin around your eye. Niacinamide is likewise helpful for improving hyperpigmentation as well as alleviating the visible appearance of redness. It's anti-inflammatory. Another antioxidant in this product is ascorbyl glucoside. Ascorbyl glucoside is a form of vitamin C, may get into the skin, but your skin has to convert it to ascorbic acid. And to what extent that actually happens, we really don't have good research to support its efficacy. However, it is a lot easier to work with in terms of product formulation. It's more stable than ascorbic acid. It has better skin penetration than ascorbic acid. It's an antioxidant, so when we're talking about addressing hyperpigmentation, it is a good ingredient. It may help improve hyperpigmentation or help enlightening dark spots, sunspots, age spots, freckles, types of discoloration that can occur around the eyes. In addition to the humectant hyaluronic acid, this also has glycerin, another humectant that likewise can help in improving the moisture content of the top layers of the skin, having a hydrating effect. Downstream of that, it's going to be smoothing out of wrinkles and fine lines. Let's talk about how to use this. If you choose to use this product, you are going to apply it either in the morning or in the evening, or you could use it both morning and evening. You're going to apply it to the skin after cleansing while the skin is still a little bit damp. That's going to help enhance penetration of these ingredients. It's going to be the first step in your skincare routine, if you will, around your eyes. So you're going to want to apply this before any other eye products if you are using other eye products. Although, as a reminder, in my opinion, fewer products, fewer problems. One thing I like about it is that it comes with this nice roller ball applicator, which I happen to think is superb at dispensing exactly the thin film of this liquid product to the skin without wasting it. If this were in a dropper bottle, if this was something that you had to squeeze out or dispense yourself, much more likely that you end up getting too much. This puts out exactly what you need. And the rollerball piece of it is enjoyable if you happen to have under eye puffiness. You can actually keep this in the refrigerator and apply it around the eyes while it's cool and chilled to further help in minimizing puffiness. It's just very soothing to do that. All that being said, I happen to think that this product, they give you too much product. I think they should sell this in a smaller bottle, sell less product. Why? It takes forever. It's going to take forever to make it through this. I mean, I'm telling you, you barely get anything. You barely need anything, and so you end up going in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out of this bottle, and I don't know, L'Oreal is a great company. I don't doubt the preservation of this and its stability long term, but it is a lot of touch your skin, put it back in, touch your skin, put it back in, touch your skin, put it back in. I do question like by the time you get down to the last third of this, is it still, like, is there risk of potential microbial contamination? I have no evidence to say otherwise, but you can see there's almost a little bit of cloudiness in it at this point. So I've actually stopped using it. And I think, and that cloudiness comes from my own skin. My own skin cells are getting, I don't know what it is. I started noticing that because I followed the directions. I put it on to the skin after cleansing while the skin is still, you know, a little bit damp. Maybe the moisture on my skin is going in there and messing things up, but it's not like soaking wet. It's not like I'm transferring water back into the bottle. So I do have concerns that it's just a lot of in and out, given how little you end up using. And there are no obvious preservatives to me. I'm not a cosmetic chemist. There is some preservative, I imagine, but there are, for example, there's no parabens in this. And so I don't know how stable this formula is going to be long term, and therefore I think it would be better if they just sold a smaller bottle of it so that there's less in and out and in and out. Now, this particular product, while it bills itself as being a hydrating serum, and it does have humectants and everything, it actually dries kind of filmy, and it does not leave the eye area feeling moisturized whatsoever. After you apply it, you should put moisturizer on over it. Whether that be your facial moisturizer or if you're someone who uses a dedicated eye cream. It's not drying per se, but if you use it alone, you may find that it dries a little filmy, and therefore, you know, you may want to use something on over it. Now, if you're for daytime use, you could put this on, allow it to absorb fully, and then put sunscreen, you know, like a mineral sunscreen on over it. I think that would work out okay. So that being said, I did appreciate a bit of an under eye brightening effect with this. I don't deal with dark circles related to seasonal allergies. Knock on wood, they have been fairly well controlled. My dark under eye circles are the result of my anatomy, and this is not, you know, this I would not expect to change that. But I did appreciate a bit of a periorbital brightening effect with this product, and so I do think that it is effective. Caffeine is an antioxidant, so potentially has some benefit in reducing the accumulation of damage to the skin that leads to the visible signs of skin aging. Now, this product is not inexpensive. I purchased mine on the Amazonian, and I think I paid like, I want to say $28. On L'Oreal's website, I think they list it as $32.99. I would much rather see this in a bottle half the size for like $15. I have used this and shown it in my vlogs here and there, and I did get some questions from you guys or comments asking, can you use this to the rest of your face? I think that you could. Well, I just wonder about the longevity of this formula. I know I keep coming back to that, but long story short, yes, I do think you could potentially use it as an antioxidant serum to the rest of your face. It's got niacinamide, which is common in a lot of serums, and, you know, again, caffeine, hyaluronic acid. I certainly think that you could use it that way if you wanted to, and you may see some benefit. I never tried it that way because once I started encountering this issue where I noticed that it was getting a little cloudy. Is this worth it? I don't really think it is, honestly. I think, you know, you will see some benefit. It's not a bad product per se, but I don't see myself using this long term at all. The temporary brightening effect was nice, but I'm going to review some other products for you later on, as I alluded to earlier, that I personally think I would be more motivated to use on a long-term consistent basis because of both the effects I saw with them as well as the ingredients and the overall formulation. So stay tuned for that, plus the price point is more to my liking. Who do I think would benefit the most from this product? I think if you have some sun-related hyperpigmentation, whether it be freckles around the eyes or sunspots known as solar lenticos that you're looking to lighten the appearance of, I think you may find some benefit with this. It's not going to change dark circles, truthfully though. It's not going to get rid of volume loss, cheek descent, bone loss. It's not gonna correct those issues. And there isn't even anything in it that can provide a kind of cosmetic camouflage aspect to the dark circles. Let me know in the comments though if you have been eyeing it. See what I did there? And hopefully this review was helpful to you. Make sure you are subscribed, you have your bell notifications on so you know as soon as my other eye product reviews go live. Now on the end slate, I'm going to put a recent video where I walk through the drugstore and go over a bunch of different eye products for dark circles. So check that one out if you missed it. But if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.